fences there. He's gonna have his own people out here inspecting, measuring all that, and then coming up with the drawing showing all the fences and whatnot. So let's, you know.
Levi, when did the city request that survey?
Well, we had a meeting with the city and we sit down and ask what is needed for the structure permit, what exactly we need. They, I don't remember when. November, we meet here and we talk to the city.
So are you saying that the city requested the survey the fourth quarter of last year? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Within the last couple of months.
So it's not a year ago.
December.
So it's not a year ago? Okay. All right.
No, but they requested this as specific. I knew what.
So when you submitted the plans, then the city had additional
No,
records?
we went with everything ready, what we thought needs to be submitted for this project, because each project is different, okay? Depends what entity has.
Yeah.
So associations, a business is different, you know, than a unit owner, than a house. Everything is different.
Right.
And
So
what
what
you
I'm
said is
asking,
correct. You gave it, they came
I'm
back and
asking
said,
you, when did the city?
In December.
In December, okay, so it's, you point to the survey, what Cheryl's getting to, which I understand, because I'm in academia too, and I would love for students to get involved, but we weren't requested that survey a year ago, is that what I'm understanding? Okay,
Because we didn't know it's needed
So-
a year ago.
Well, first of all, we had no contracts, we had no plans, we had nothing a year ago. So, I mean, it's
yeah,
an
I get it,
extension.
and if I were an engineer, I wouldn't entrust my license too, so we have to respect
So
that from our
to
engineer.
further elaborate that, when he went for permitting and the city required a current survey of the property to show all the boundary lines and the fences and whatnot, he came back and said, we need a survey. We don't do surveys. We are professional engineers, we don't do surveys. So we recommended and suggested to the association, gave them names of 3 different surveying companies, and they checked their, their bids. And after evaluating, she had made a final, or board had made a final decision that who they want to go with, and the project was awarded to that third party, who is going to be a licensed surveyor, who's going to produce a stamped and sealed survey, so he can take it to the building. And that's what it is.
Yes, I remember that Mr. Levy, the last session that he was here, he told us that he got a permit the next week, he said.
Yes,
That he was
exactly.
going to
You have a
start,
point, yes.
like 2 months ago. So people passed by my house and told us, you need to remove this, things like that we need to remove the screen. So we, thank God that we did not remove everything. But how do we know that we are going to start in February and not going to start maybe in May? Because I don't know what to believe now.
Okay, so you brought up a very good question. I don't know the exact answer, but in my opinion, when he applies for a permit, and if a question is asked to him, when do you think you can start? He projected that he should be able to start within a month or 2 months. However, city can always come back with a comment to the submitted permit saying we need this, which is in this case, they wanted him to provide a survey. Now, unfortunately, a comment to the city permit can address within few hours, within few days, but in this case, survey does not happen in 2 days. They're gonna have to come out here and resurvey the entire property and then go ahead and do the drawing and sign and seal. For that, it could take 30 to 60 days before you can have a licensed stamped and sealed survey in your hand. So I'm gonna let him further elaborate on that. That's what my take on it is, but you can go ahead.
So let's start from the beginning. From the day the board signed the contract, elaborate the check, okay? Right after that, we start putting together the paperwork, what we need, okay? So what in every case, and every, where I do condo association and, I don't know about each one is a different entity, how they work, and each city has different requirements for different entities. So we put a package together, but we have to wait. We had to do asbestos survey, we had to do all the notice of commencement, for each one. That was another meeting we had with the city before that to know how many notice of commencement we need to put for each unit owner, because the unit owner has their own folio number, and the association, the building, has a different folio number. Okay, so we went through that, and we put all that together. So we got that, we put everything together. We waited until asbestos survey was ready, everything. So then we went to the city in December. We had all that ready to apply in December. We went together in December. We showed them what we have. They went through, and the requirements was the survey, what's needed. We need a survey for the whole project, for the whole property, all 4 phases included, and a surveys for each phase separate. Okay, so 2 surveys we need. So we come back, the association got 3, names. They called, they interviewed them, they did whatever they needed to do, so they hired one, we're waiting for them. So that's the only thing is taking so long, the city.
Yes, a only surveying company or licensed surveyor can sign the drawing, it can be accepted by the city. So in her case, when she brought that a FAU professor with a PE could have done this or that, I don't believe if he has the license for surveying, then yeah, he could. But if he doesn't, a PE, myself, I'm a PE, I can't sign a survey. Therefore, it's a licensed surveying company performing, and there is a lot of liability. There's boundary line. They don't want to make a mistake. Later on, it could be a big, issue. Don't know what, but therefore, they have to make sure everything is correct before they move forward. So